to the August 2021 meeting.
Okay.
How do we do it as a team in August?
Great, but not so great.
Yeah. It's not so great, yeah.
Okay.
I think great is strong word, but yeah, overall happy. What did we end up with as premium? You guys think?
2,080 something?
2,000?
280 something?
280, yeah. Okay, so 280,000 is a very solid month. We were off to a great start, and then this promotion, and then we kind of just died down a little bit at the end. It's kind of natural. We went really hard at during the promotion, which I'm really happy about. And we'll announce some numbers from there too. But 280,000 is our third best month ever still in the history. We're averaging 276,000 for the whole year, so it was above average. And then compared to last year, August to 2020, we did 236,000. So we are going the right direction. And overall, I'm very happy of the direction we're going. So let's give it up for ourselves. I think a big part is I want to share with you guys is the gratitude I have towards Farmers Insurance, because obviously if I wasn't able to have a promotion for the agency, we wouldn't have been able to have that promotion for us. So Farmers Insurance is really looking to grow, really rewarding agencies that are trying to grow, rewarding agencies that are staffing up. And then I just want to have a really good relationship with them because they're really supporting us right now. And the more we have gratitude towards them, I think that's going to translate into us believing in what we're offering to our clients, customer service wise, sales wise. So let's just overall just really thank Farmers Insurance for us being able to have a great summer. Okay, so because the promotion, just the number I want to point out with you guys, the number I'm going to pay out to everybody dispersed many different ways on September 10th is 33,000. Okay. No, not really, but you guys earned it. So big time payouts, and again, that's the reason I want to really give a shout out and appreciate and show gratitude to farmers. So let's talk about the winners. All right, the most hours worked. This category, this agent worked 3 Saturdays out of 4, and she's won this contest or this category 2 months in a row. And out of 8 months in this year, she's won it 3 times. So at 104% attendance, let's get it off for Jaylene. Super dependable, super healthy. Just being here is the first step, and that's a category that I really appreciate and value. So congratulations to her. Most payments made. We have 113 payments, which is a very high number. And this team member has won it now 2 months in a row. Let's congratulate America. So that's a little bonus there. So in America is also ranks high in a lot of different categories, including attendance. But yeah, it's great to see people doing really well when they're newer here with categories they have control over. Most phone calls made, we have a record breaker here, 983. That's the most ever. Okay, that's a lot of phone calls. What's amazing about that number is that this agent averaged 700 last year. All of last year, she averaged 700. Okay, now this year she's doing 827. So that's 127 more phone calls per month average. So, I always talk about taking massive action, staying hungry, getting to the next level. So this agent, with all the success that she had last year, is putting in more work this year, over 100 plus more phone calls this year. So let's get up for Laura. And then the most phone calls, the phone hours, I should say, this was also a record breaker too, with 50 hours on the phone. It's no surprise, that she likes to talk a lot. But with 50 hours, let's give it up for Jazz. I think one thing I want to add towards that, getting your phone hours up, and I asked Jazz a little bit of how do you do that. I think one of the things she said is like, hey, we want to make sure we're good listeners. And I think that's an important factor that you guys really want to keep in mind, that people like to talk. It's a natural human instinct that we want to communicate. That's just how we're made. So if they have somebody that listens to them and really, really listens to them and then says something back that's interesting, it's a skill to be interesting. Like say something interesting, we're like, that's interesting. the way you said it was interesting, the tone is interesting, your energy is interesting, like you kind of want to talk to you a little bit more. There's people that you just want to talk to more and more. And I think that's a skill that she has. And sales is making a connection, and listening and talking is all part of building that connection. And I think that skill of being interesting is what translates into her sales. So keep that in mind. Okay, sometimes when people say, as salespeople, I'm not interested, you might want to think like, man, did I not sound interesting? Okay, so being interesting and saying things and being someone who listens and people like to talk to is definitely a big part of how to get better at sales. All right, let's get into the premium winners. All right, we have a third place finisher in our room here, did 41,000. Last year we were saying, hey, we want to get to 40, Now she's averaging 39,000 for the whole year. This is the fourth month that she has gotten over 40. So let's give it up for a big number there, 41,000, Kalia. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Any thoughts on last month or any tips or what has helped you stay consistent?
Well, just come to work and make phone calls, make outgoing phone calls, and follow up.
Yeah. Come to work,
Yeah.
do your phone. Let's keep it simple, right?
Yeah, keep it simple. But
Yeah.
it's great.
But same thing, great listener, great emphasizer, responding to clients' pain points, emphasizing with them, showing sympathy, understanding them. Those are really skills that sales is all about, is your communication skills. And I think Kelly has a high level of that. And I think these numbers show that. And I'm really excited about her progress moving forward. All right, and the second place finisher, we have Jasmine, who did 65,000. Let's get it up for Jazz. She's averaging 62,000 for the whole year. So this is above average month for her, just like Kelia. Third month in a row over 60,000. So we're getting into some exciting parts here. Made 6,000 in commission, 8,000 in bonus for the SB3, and then 2,000 in hourly pay. So $16,000 she made in 1 month. So big time numbers there. She's going exempt, which doesn't surprise me. If you guys are going exempt, let me know now, because the pay period is about to be over. But let's give it up for Jess for just a monster month. First place finisher, this is her 48th month in a row, so that's freaking unbelievable if you think about it. 48 months is a full 4 years. 4 years of coming in here every single month and winning it every single month when we have great producers here. We talked about her phone hours going up over 100 per month now, but she did 73,000. She's averaging 74 for the whole year. Same big time numbers, okay? 6,000 in commission, 6,000 in bonus, a little over 2,000 hourly, so over 14,000 for Laura. So two agents, and Laura also leads the way with life insurance becoming a super important topic for us. So really looking forward to seeing how she does in the fall and the winter times. So our leader, our top agent, let's give it up for Laura. She's celebrating at Disney World right now, and I told her to be careful because there's a lot of gators out there, and we want her to be back in one piece. So. All right, great. So this month I kind of want to talk about some of the dangers, okay? Some of the things we have to worry about, because me personally, and maybe for a lot of you guys, the September 10th check may be the biggest check you have ever gotten in your whole life so far. Okay, so what are some dangers when you're doing really well? Because it's a good thing, we appreciate farmers and we deserve it, but what are some things that we have to worry about when we're doing good?
Burning out.
Burning out, yeah, getting too tired, right? That could happen, okay. What else? When you get that nice check, what could happen?
Get too comfortable.
Get too comfortable, yep. You see that happening with a lot of agents, agency owners, companies, okay. You see companies doing really well and then all of a sudden they just crash down. Okay, you see that with celebrities, you see that with musicians. They work really hard and doing really great, and all of a sudden you just never hear about them. Athletes, sometimes they do really well and then they just do bad all of a sudden, right? Why does that happen? Because as well as we're doing, I want to keep going in the right direction. I want to keep getting better and better. I want everybody to be making more and more money. So we have to worry about what we have to do to not go the opposite direction, because I don't want a whole bunch of cancellations. I don't want less employees. I don't want a small office. I don't want incomes to be going down. I want all your guys' incomes to be going up and us to be going in the right direction. That's kind of like my job actually here. Okay. So let's talk about, how companies do, like for example, us. I'm not sure if you guys were here, maybe Callie was here, when we were barely trying to get to 100,000. Okay, we got to 100,000, yay. We got 200,000, we got 300,000. We had 2,000 clients. Now we have 5,000. We had we had 4 employees, then we got to 6. Then we got to 12, or client policies and count, square footage of the office. We want to keep going the right direction all the time. But at a certain point, a lot of companies will just stay the same, plateau, or they even go down. Why does that happen? Okay, and I also want to talk about like an agent perspective for you guys. Okay, so let's talk about a life of an agent here. What name do you guys want to give this example of agent? Because I'm not talking about anyone specific, so we got to make up somebody.
Tulip.
Tulip? I'm not sure if I like this agent already. Okay, so Tulip, what's the first goal of hers? Okay, she gets hired. Ooh. Okay, she gets hired. Okay, that's her first goal. She accomplished that goal. So once you get hired, what usually happens here? What's your next goal? Well, what do you do right here, right around here?
Customer service.
Customer service, yep. What else?
Your goal, like in the office, or?
Yeah, your duties in the office, yeah.
Attendance.
Attendance, yeah. Yeah, usually payments, yep.
Being likable.
Being likable, yeah. Yeah, usually when they're new, right? They're like on time.
Yeah.
I'm talking to them, they're like listening.
Yeah. How they,
They're not on their phones that much, or like,
Well,
just
like,
great
you're gonna be with them 8 hours of the day,
And when you're new, you're just like, just great behavior.
Yeah.
What's their goal?
To sell?
To get licensed.
To get licensed first, right?
Oh,
Payment champions, all that stuff.
I
So
thought she was already a licensed agent.
no, this is like when a lot of times, when you guys first started, right? Everybody in this room didn't have license, right? Okay. And then you want to get licensed, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you got licensed. Ooh. Then what type of goals are you're going after, you think?
To close sales.
Yeah.
Make your first 10K.
There you go. 10K is a good goal.
Yeah.
Maybe at first you just want to learn how to do rewrites, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and then you get 10K. That's a great one. And then once you start getting here, then you might start getting leads now. Okay, you start getting leads. So what's your next goal?
Closing your business.
Closing new business, closing the leads.
Getting cross-sell.
25 is a big one. Yeah, cross-selling. Cross-selling, definitely. You want to do the rewrites and the cross-sell around here. Okay. Oh, you could get rewrites? Are you getting cross-sells? Okay. Let me send you some leads now. Guess you get 25. Okay. Once you get 25, then what's your next goal?
Yeah, 35.
35. Okay. Let's just say 40, right? And then 50K plus. Okay. And then this whole time, what's happening to your pay?
It's going up.
It's going up. Okay. You're starting to get roles around this time. Okay, you get rewrites, cross-sell. Okay. This way, right?
Yeah.
But I've been in this business a long time, and you just see people just like around here, or like some people around here, or some people right here, some people right here. They just kind of like, at a certain point, they just kind of like plateau, or maybe their behavior starts changing, or they get comfortable, or they just, this is the ideal projection, but it doesn't happen all the time, right? Okay, and as a company too, so what are some things we have to worry about when we're doing really well, would you guys say? What's the dangers?
Or not paying attention to our clients.
Yeah, that's a good one. Very good one, Jay. Not paying attention to our clients. Okay, sometimes we're like, okay, well, sales is making me the money, so I'm gonna keep selling and selling. Okay, well, clients come in, customer service, let me get this over with. Not paying attention to clients is a good one. Okay. Yeah, because it's all about the clients. You know, I'm really happy I don't have that down. I'm really happy you mentioned that, Jay, because we have to put our clients, because the clients are the ones. You guys think I pay you guys, the clients pay you guys. Okay, so not taking care of our clients is a great way that a lot of companies get in trouble. You know, I want to talk about, I'm usually very positive, but it sounds a little pessimistic, but we're in the insurance business, so we have to always think worst case scenario. You know, so we want to avoid worst case scenarios. So a bad one would be we're all like, frick, let's just get new customers, let's get paid these commission, and we don't care about our current clients. So boom, a lot of companies get in trouble, a lot of musicians get in trouble, a lot of, you know,
They start canceling.
they don't care about their fans or they don't care about their customers, and that's how businesses and a lot of successful people, they get too full of themselves and they start canceling, and we'll go backwards, and I can't afford the leads, and we don't have people going the right direction. So great one. What other like warning signs do you guys could potentially see from us?
Not doing that progression.
Not doing the progression?
Yeah, like like not always doing customer service.
Yeah. What helps you get these progression, you guys think?
Working at work.
Asking questions coming in.
Asking questions, yeah, doing some of the basic stuff. You know, I think when you're new, you're like very like eager to learn because you don't know anything. You know, asking questions, you're like, oh, how does this work? And someone tells you something like, okay, thank you for letting me know. And at a certain point, you're like, oh, you know, I know how to do this. You know, and you're like, I don't want to hear it. You know, I don't want to hear it. So at a certain point, it depends on everybody. But at a certain point, your kind of curiosity of the business, maybe you lose it. Like, what's the next step? You might like lose that thought of like, okay, what do I have to learn now? Because in the beginning, you're just like, I want to just learn everything. You know. What else can you guys think of that may stop somebody from getting to the next level?
Attendance, they stop showing.
Yeah, attendance stops showing up. You know, because hey, you know, 25,000. Okay, if I get to 25,000, I could still make the same money as I was here, but still only show up 80% of the time. I'm still making more money than I was last time because of the commission. You know, so they start thinking like, oh, okay, well, I could just, you know, work less and make the same amount of money. This is awesome. Okay, so I think attendance could suffer. That's a great one. Maybe someone doesn't have the goals. You know, once you get to here, it's like, oh, what's the next goal? They don't think about it. You know, or they get licensed. They're like, oh, okay, that was the goal. Like they don't think about it. What's the next goal? So having clear goals, I think, is also important. Okay, some of the other things that we have to watch out for is, you know, and this happens not only to agents but to agency owners, where they get a big check and they're like, okay, cool. Let me just cruise now. Let me just show up, you know, as agency owners. There's a lot of businesses where the owner is like, I just show up once a week, just check on them, see how they're doing. You know, let me just play golf. You know, or agents where they get a big check and be like, oh, okay, cool, wow, this is awesome. Now let me just, you know, maybe still show up, but maybe not give it all because, hey, even if I have a couple bad checks, I'm still good. My bank account's looking nice, so I could just kind of chill a little bit. And the effort and the enthusiasm kind of goes down. The comfort level starts going up. You also start feeling more comfortable, or maybe sometimes overconfident, or ego starts going up where like, I'm so good at this job, and then start not learning as much and not having the humility to keep getting better. Okay, so those are the things we have to worry about when we actually are doing good. Okay, so it's a good thing, but we have to worry about that, okay? Also, sometimes we have, you know, people who have build a little bit of entitlement sometimes. You know, that happens with economies too. When people are doing really well, it's like, well, I deserve it. Like they don't even work for it, but they just feel like everything good should be happening to them no matter what. Without earning it, a sense of entitlement sometimes comes when things are going well. So we have to stay humble, and we have to understand that, hey, we still have to work for everything we have, keep it moving forward too. And then sometimes, you know, people will maybe over-celebrate too at certain points too. You know, whoa, this is so awesome, and then they just get addicted to the celebrating, but not, you know, remembering what got them to that point. Okay, so those are just some of the things I just want to share with you guys, because that's really the difference makers, because I have had so many peers, and I think the only difference maker between me and them is not how hard they work, or, you know, if they're good at sales or if they're smart or anything like that. I just have not settled yet. And hopefully I never, maybe I will in the future, at a certain amount of money. Maybe, I hope not, but I'm very far away from that. Like I could just see myself not, that's kind of a problem of mine too sometimes because I'm never happy for that reason. Sometimes I could be like that, so I have to balance it out with like gratitude. But I'm very, you okay there? I'm very unsatisfied at all times, but I'm still happy. Okay.
Stay hungry.
I just stay hungry. That is
Yeah.
the whole theme of this meeting today.
Stay hungry.
Stay hungry. So how do we stay hungry?
Having clear goals.
There you go. Okay, I love it. Clear goals will keep you hungry because you want to get to the next level. So I love that one, Alan. What else? If you're here, then you want to get to here. If you're here, you want to get to here. Just if you're here, like Jazz and Laura, they want to get to 80. They have goals. So once you lose sight of your goals, then that's when, bad things can happen. So I think that is a major one. Okay, so great one there. What else?
We need to work with the energy.
Energy. Yep. Okay. How do you generate that energy, you think?
Getting rest.
Getting rest. Yep. Sleep is super important. What else?
Living your personal life before you come in.
Yeah, mental stability.
Yeah.
I think that's super important too, because, just things could, there's some energy drainers, and you want to keep a positive mindset and have energy. So, mental health is,
Fire.
Huh?
Oh, no, sorry. I thought there was like a fire. I was like, oh my god.
Oh no, we're good, right? Okay. And then, good one, just exercising, also eating well. Those are all things that help your energy level. I will always say, mental health, sleep, diet, and exercise will keep your energy level up. That's a good one. Because if you have good energy, you come here, you're like, I want to do something, I got to do something. You just naturally have energy, you're going to get something done. So keeping good energy is great. What else? How do we stay hungry?
Ambition.
What's that?
Oh, having ambition.
Oh, ambition? Okay. Your voice is so small. Yeah, ambition. Okay. Keep your ambition, Same thing with goals, energy, but having high ambition, I think one of the things with ambition I could relate to with is just like having high ambition also means that you kind of expect great things to happen to you. So what happens with me is when I get a nice check, I'm just like, I don't be like, what the hell? I don't look at it and be like, oh my goodness. I almost like, I'm supposed to do this. You expect it because your ambition was high a couple of years ago. You're like, okay, a couple of years later, I should be doing, hopefully I'm doing that. So when good things happen, you almost expect it. You're not surprised. And that's the type of attitude I want you guys to have because sometimes I feel like our expectations of ourselves is too low. So if your expectation of yourself is high, then you're like, okay, I'm supposed to be doing this. I'm supposed to be doing even better. So that's how you also can stay hungry too. All right, so that's one thing I want to instill into you guys that you guys need. I want you guys to believe you guys could do more because I believe you guys could do more. I believe I could do more. I believe as a whole agency we could do more. So having high ambitions and setting a little bit higher expectations for yourself, I think is a great point. Okay. Also, one thing that helps is building momentum. Okay, you guys know what momentum means? Yeah? How do you keep the momentum going? I think it's the same thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay, keep the momentum going. Now, I'll tell you what are some momentum killers. Or I'll tell you guys a little bit about momentum and celebrating, okay, that I want to share with you guys. When it comes to momentum, when you're doing something really well, you don't want to stop the momentum by doing the opposite. Okay? For example, what's a goal you guys may have? A common goal.
Lose weight.
Okay, lose weight. Okay, that's a good one. So let's say, what do you do to do that? You
Try to eat well.
try to eat well, right? This is a really good one, okay? Because what do a lot of people do once they reach that goal of theirs?
They cheat meal.
Yeah.
They have a cheat meal.
Every day.
Yeah, every day.
Not right away.
It starts to 1 and
Starts
then
with 1.
the second day like, oh
Like that's what the
yeah, like the
competition.
S, yeah. We gained
Or-
it all back. I gained it all back.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm scared. I'm halfway getting it back.
Well, that's very natural. But you know, if you could stick with 1 cheat meal a week or something like that, then it goes, you know. But that's the exact opposite of what you want to do, right?
Yeah. You need to have discipline.
Okay. Here's a trick when it comes to celebrating. Like if that was your goal when you got there, right, and you feel like you should treat yourself because you do, then I think a better way to treat yourself is to do something else. Hey, I lost weight. Now let me buy myself something, or let me go on a little vacation. You don't treat yourself with the exact opposite of what you were trying to do. Make sense? Like if you want to really work on a relationship and then you're like, okay, we're gonna, keep, communicating better. We're gonna have date nights and stuff like that. Okay, our relationship got so much better. Now you're not gonna treat yourself by cheating on that person.
Yeah.
It's the opposite, right?
Yeah.
Same thing with work. Like you're working hard. Like, whew, I did it. Okay, let me just chill now. That's the opposite way of treating yourself. Treat yourself by just buying yourself something nice, or going out on a nice dinner, or short vacations are great. But you don't want to treat yourself by doing the exact opposite habits of finally you achieving that goal. So I think a lot of people I see it's kind of funny where they have a goal, they get it, and then okay, let me just start doing the opposite now. Okay, so having momentum is a big one because you want to keep that momentum going. If you're on the right track, which everybody in this room is, then you want to keep that track going by keeping the same habits that got you there. Keep the momentum going. All right? Well, remember how you guys got here. Okay, there was a lot of hard work involved there. You had to learn, you had to study for a test, you had to understand how to get more leads. You did a lot of things to get you here. Why stop those habits and do opposite things? Because you want to keep building that momentum of where your career is headed. All right? And then I want to share with you guys, something that has helped me understand how high of a level I'm operating at. So for that example, I want to share with you guys this example here of the thermostat, which is what measures temperature, right? So if you guys were to guess what's the degree in here, you guys think?
70?
70?
Yeah.
70, okay. Is that too cold for you, Ale, or is that just fine? Or what do you usually like it at? Like when you're driving the car, you put it at 70? Yeah.
I have it at 74.
You have a 74? Okay.
Yeah, 75.
75? I have it at 72. Yeah. But that's around, room temperature, right? What's really hot to you guys? 80, okay.
Even 80 is just still like warm to me.
Oh, really? But like, what's like super hot? Because you could go outside. Well, how hot could it be?
Like high 80s.
What's hot?
90s.
Yeah.
Like 80.
80, 90s.
No,
90s,
like,
yeah.
like 80.
Yeah.
Like sweater.
Really? Okay. So we're a little spoiled because the weather's so good here. But if you go to the desert and stuff like that, it's like 100 degrees out there, right?
Yeah.
Crazy, right? Okay. So we all have this level that we're comfortable with. All right. So let's say you had no job, okay, and then you're ambitious, and some people have no job, and they're like, oh, that's cool, I get a government check. But let's say you have no job, you're like, okay, I'm gonna hustle my way up. I'm gonna hustle. I'm gonna get my energy level up to 100% to go to interviews and act my best and get a job. You get a job. Okay. So once you get a job, or let's say sometimes when you're doing really a little better because you're so hot, sometimes when you have that internal thermostat level set at 70%, once people start doing better, like for example, this is, the concern, not a concern, but just a warning sign of getting success is once you hit a certain level, some people I've seen this happen, they'll get a nice check and be like, ooh, I need to cool it down here. I need to slow it down. I need to simmer down. Why am I getting so hot? Because they're not comfortable at that heat that they're generating. So they'll almost self-sabotage their careers by missing work. It's like, oh, this is too hot. I'm getting too hot here. This is not my identity. This is not what I expect for myself. I need to slow it down. I need to simmer down to 70% here. I see it happen all the time. So your identity level at 70%, what we do is we increase that. Okay, I'm going to give myself 75% every single day. That means I'm making more calls. I'm here a little bit longer, I'm here a little bit more on time or a little bit earlier and staying late if I have to. It's really hard to go from 70 to 80 to 90 like that. Maybe, next month you're bringing in at 72%. That's doable. You look at your numbers like, oh man, I was on the phone longer. Oh, okay, my sales went up a little bit. Okay, I'm getting hotter. You start getting comfortable at getting higher and higher and higher, and then your internal thermostat, you're not slowing yourself down because you're like, ooh, this is getting too hot. I'm not comfortable. You want to get comfortable at higher temperature degrees, because 5 years ago, if I had a schedule I had today, I wouldn't survive. I would need a nap by 2 o'clock because I was just, I'm just doing so much and thinking so much. But slowly by slowly, your activity level and your temperature level can go higher. Okay, we're at a point where you're at 80% and you come in here, you're giving it 70, you're not comfortable with that. You're like, I got to bring it up here. So think about it. What percentage are you guys at? And even if you say you're giving 100, which I could say, probably say I'm giving it 100, I still want to go even higher. I want 10. I want to bring it every single day because I have an obligation to make sure you guys have the opportunities here. And if I'm not giving you guys opportunity, if I'm not buying the leads, if I'm not reinvesting, if I'm not marketing, then we're not going the right direction. So I'm always thinking like, okay, what percentage of my effort am I giving in every single day? And I think, a 70% is very average. Some of you guys operate higher, some of you guys operate lower. Some people, we don't have those people here, but if you, operate at a low level, then, we want to bring it up. Okay, so just think about it. Okay, today what percentage am I at? Okay, every day, slowly but slowly, increase it 5% every 2 months. A year from now, you guys will be at 80 or 85 or 90. And then that's when you start seeing these goals, ambition, you're still hungry. And I could just see that hunger because honestly, we just have such a great opportunity here. And I just do want to pay people more money. I really do, but I just can't give it to somebody. They have to earn it. Because this farmer's opportunity and insurance in general is such a great opportunity that it's so, once you guys really understand how great the opportunity is, it makes the work worth it. Because honestly, there's some jobs, if you work your ass off, it's not even worth it. There are jobs like that where you can give it your all and nothing really changes. And maybe the company's huge, or maybe, people aren't really like recognizing you, or they don't see you hard work, or maybe your job is not that important. So if you could do even a great job, it's not recognizable. A lot of different reasons, but I just want to tell you this is not that type of place. I'll tell you, if one person here steps it up, then it makes a huge difference for the whole agency. Just one person, okay? If one person in this room steps it up, then I'm freaking super happy to pay that person because they're, increase their income, because they're increasing the whole revenue of their agency. Okay, so that's what I'm on right now. I kind of want us to not settle. I still want us to be hungry because, again, we expect more things for us, okay? Because I've seen it, man. I've seen it like so many places. I've seen people here. I got licensed. Woohoo! Dan can't tell me nothing now. Okay, I've seen it here. I've seen. And I see people celebrating for stuff that I'll be freaking embarrassed to even share with anybody. And with agency owners too, like, you're happy with that? You see it here, you see it all kinds of different places. And what I want you guys to do is just watch out for these warning signs of like complacency, laziness, ego, overconfidence, and still have the humility and hunger to keep getting better, because honestly, in the big scheme of things, we still haven't done anything yet, in my mind. And we are so capable of so much more. So how do we keep growing? Right? We stay humble. Okay, we keep learning. That's super important. We keep learning. There's so much more things we could do. We could get our life licenses. Okay, we could do, I'm gonna keep learning about new technology, because that's really, if I look back, those are the things that have changed us. So, I feel like the humility for me to be like, someone was like, hey, you should look into Keep. I could have been like, no, we're selling 280,000 every month. I'm fine with Google Sheets. Like, what are you talking about? I don't need to listen to you. I have to pay you to learn? I was like, okay, well, let me look into this. Because I know my instincts told me that technology is always going to help us. So I had the humility to learn. Okay, adapt to new technology. We've got to keep hustling, and then most importantly, You have to stay hungry. All right, so I'm looking forward to seeing us take it to the next level. All right, thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you.